I think it's a Martha world. It's heavy in that.
Yes,
I think it attracts women who are self-sufficient. And so I have felt over the years, like sometimes I just didn't measure up. I mean, I didn't go to bed feeling very successful all the time as a homeschool mom. And I had to adjust to my kids to get back to them. My kids were all far more structured than me.
Yeah.
I was the most free spirit of the family. So I had to step up. I needed to adapt. And sometimes I just had to step up. And that's what I will share as a couple of quick tips I have for married.
Like and I love that about you, because now your children are all grown. They're all married. You've got grandkids. And so I love that I can look at women like you who have been there, especially who have been a Mary, and you felt like you were messing it up, because we talk about that a lot. We talk about that in the movie. We talk about that on the podcast. I just had dinner with a couple friends the other night, and we all were talking about how we just feel like we're just messing it all up. I said, it's so funny because oftentimes people will come to me and ask me questions about homeschooling, and I can give them every reason why they should homeschool, but don't ask me how to homeschool, because I feel I'm a Mary, and I definitely always feel inadequate. I always feel like I'm messing it up. And God continues to show me over and over again that He's doing it. Now He's using me, and I still, like you said, I still have to be diligent. I can't just throw out my hands and say, oh, well, God's going to just do everything. And there's work to be done. But at the same time, God's going to fill in the gaps, and there are always going to be gaps. But it's so encouraging to me to talk to a mom like you who's been there, and now we can see the results of what your children have turned out to. They are productive adults who love Jesus. And that's what it's all about.
Yeah. I still think we could call ourselves a successful homeschool family. And I have one last word. Some people might be listening going, and she's the one that wrote the mystery of history. And in case that shakes your confidence in me, because you're learning behind the scenes that I'm not an altogether woman. Well, that's because to God be the glory that I ever authored the mystery of history. But you know what? What drove those words? It was my feelings. So see, God didn't pick a Martha to write it. He picked a Mary.
That's right.
Because I think that history handled, through some emotion and feeling, we better see His hand in it. So anyway, that's where the passion comes from. And so, but it was hard.
And you can see that.
Imagine how hard it was for me to do this. Totally. I am always like, God, were you sure?
Yes.
But He was like, I got this, because for one, it's about Him.
Right.
I didn't invent these stories. They're His stories. And so anyway, He was able to use something that the world might call weak.
Right.
But to shine on Him.
But He has used you in an amazing way. And we were just talking about this at dinner tonight. And I was saying the thing I love most about the mystery of history is that it's easy for me as a homeschool mom to be able to use that curriculum, because really I feel like I'm just kind of talking through it and having a conversation with my kids about it, instead of it being so rigid textbook. Because I'm a Mary, I am not a rigid textbook kind of girl.
Me either.
That drives me nuts. And for some, for the Marthas out there, they love that, and that works for them. Though the mystery of history is so
there's enough
well
structure
done.
in it.
Yes, there's plenty of structure in it, and you can take it in several different directions as far as how deep you want to go with it. But for me, it's great because I can see your emotion in it. I can see you didn't just take the facts and write them on a page. You brought meaning and feeling into it. Yes, and I love that about it. So, and it's all from a biblical perspective, which that's what it's all about for us.